Hey, so it's Rosemary here. How are you doing? Now, I've always been a dreamer, a big dreamer, and I've always been caught up in some sad story or the other until recently when I decided, I'm simply going to let all of those stories go and let go of all the nonsense and just allow myself to fly. But then there are things in my life that I don't actually want to fly away from, the people I love. And people I fear that they may get wounded in the pursuit of my purpose. And I sometimes wish I'd realized and accepted who I was earlier in life before I had a partner or children, or maybe I should have waited until later in life after my children are gone or something. I don't know which one would have been better, really. But I also know that, now is the best possible time for me and for everything and for everything to happen. And everything does happen for a reason. Nothing is wasted. So all the stuff that I talk about with you guys is absolutely the truth for me as well. But it's sometimes hard. It's sometimes hard. Okay? It's hard to do the work that you feel called to do when there are people around you who expect certain things from you. Okay? And maybe I'm deluded to think that I can get the big picture vision. There are times when I feel this way. And sometimes I feel maybe I'm deluded to think that I have something that will help at least 334,000 people. And I wonder if I should just lay all of the big vision down and just try and live the life of a normal person. Be the perfect wife and mother. And by perfect, I mean be better at cooking and cleaning and be energetic for sex at all times and available to answer questions from every single offspring whenever they want to ask and always chirpy and full of life and definitely not building an empire. Except I tried that and I could never make it work for me. I tried the whole trying to be a normal person, just, be satisfied with life as it was. I could have been a pharmacist. I could have just settled into that, but it was soul destroying. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm just simply too selfish. Too selfish to pretend to be happy with something that I'm not happy with, not to keep anybody happy. Too selfish to see the vision for my life and to sacrifice it for those that I love. I know I have a choice. I don't have to pursue it. Papa won't force me to follow my calling. No, he won't. Project 334K is not compulsory. And yet I choose it. Does that make me evil and selfish and all things bad? To choose my vision and a life, to be best wife, to be best mom, to be best coach, which are the only three things that really matter to me at all. And truly, I know that, the wife and mom bits, they suffer at times as I seek out this big vision. And it's taken me a long time to admit that. I look around me and I hardly see any powerful women still with partners. And that's scary. Do I have to drown my big ideas out in order for me to keep my husband? Is that really the only way? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not about to part from my husband. He's not about to part from me or anything like that. But I do know it's not easy for him to live with me. It's not easy for anyone to live with me, truth be told. And that does sometimes scare me. And of course, I am that person that chooses to only look at the positive and look for the thing that I'm trying to create. But every so often, in come the questions. Am I crazy for pursuing this path? Am I going to lose everything and everyone I love as I seek to live a purpose-driven life that is so different from the lives that most settle for? I love the work, but is it worth it? And all I can think as I read, even as I tell you these words, is that, I tried the other way, and it felt empty. I felt like I was dead inside for a long time. I felt dissatisfied, and I don't want to go back there. Back to waking up and having to go to a career that paid the bills but did nothing else for me. Back to jumping through other people's hoops at church so that I can be given small opportunities to do the thing that I feel called to do. I would rather die than go back there. And so I count the cost and I stay on this path, this narrow path. Jesus really did mean that you may have to give up everything, all your loved ones, in order to follow him. Those weren't just words, it's reality. And so now that you hear some of my fears and my mini confession here and some of my thoughts, do you still want the purpose-driven life? Do you still want to be financially independent doing what you love? There may be a high price to pay for you. Will you pay it if you have to? You might have read the story, or maybe I don't know, of Abraham going up to the mountain with his one and only son, the fruit of the big vision on his life, and he was ready and willing to sacrifice the son to remain obedient to the call on his life. Would you do that? Will you trust that your higher power will take care of you? Now, okay, no one is asking you to sacrifice your children or anything like that, but you may lose the relationship with them if they choose not to understand what drives you or why you do the things that you do. Are you willing to go through that? Your partner may not be able to withstand the pressure with you. It is your vision after all, not your partner's. You may have to choose to wake up much earlier than every single family member for the rest of your life so that you can get some stuff done. And you may be tired when they're ready to party in the evening or whatever, and you have to feel like antisocial. Were you willing to do that? Your friends may ostracize you as they think you're just about the money now and you don't have time for them. Are you willing to go through that? You may even want to ostracize some of your friends and some family members because their thinking is now so toxic to you. Would you do it? You'll feel torn apart at times by this big vision. Will you still pay the price? There's a reason that most convince themselves that the normal life is enough for them. And it is because the demand on you to live a big, purpose-driven life, it is high. And no, I don't think everyone is like me. I don't think everybody wants to serve 334,000 people or make millions or anything like that. Most will get to where I am right now and be happy with that. And that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? You will be living life on your terms. You'll be serving people that you want to serve. You'll be doing what you want to do and feel called to do. You'll be financially independent enough to live a good life and make a dent on the planet. There ain't nothing wrong with being where I am right now. And I help lots of people to get here. But then there's some of us that are called even higher and deeper still. And maybe that's you. And then you have to face these questions. You have to count the cost. What will you choose? Maybe I'm being a bit dramatic. It might be the mood I'm in today. Who knows? I'm just sharing my heart with you though. And all I can say is this. If you do choose to go fully after the purpose-driven, wealthy life, then you better just play full out. Because if you do it half in and half out, it just drags the whole thing out and makes these questions become even more real. Because now you're dragging the whole thing out. You're making your partner and family go through it all with you. Don't do that. If you're going to play, play, play. With everything inside of you, play. Okay? Be in or be out. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you were born to live. Just putting my computer on charge here. Because you want to. And honey, my Amazon best-selling book, The Freedom Book, it's available for free at the moment to people in this community. It will help you see and handle your internal blocks to whatever success means to you. Okay, so if you have any blocks to success, this book will help you handle it. So if you're a creative or an entrepreneur or you're about to be one, then this is definitely for you. Go get it at rosemarynonniknight.com/free book. Go get it. Until the next time, much love.